hot.
Yeah.
Really hot. It was good for us, though. We needed to get out there and stare it in the face some. And it rained a significant amount right before practice, so it manufactured some hot, steamy, balmy weather, which we're going to need to be acclimated to here early in the season. So it was a great day. We're trying to practice at game speed, and we're not there yet. I think we made a little bit of progress from yesterday to today. I think our quarterbacks are doing very well. It's great to see Caleb Turbush out there competing again. He's a really good quarterback prospect, and very pleased with what I'm seeing out of him and all of our quarterbacks. But he's been a pleasant surprise so far.
Did you work out anybody new at defensive end that maybe you didn't talk about yesterday?
Mm-hmm. Don't really have anybody else, really. I mean, we got our D tackles. We're working some of the tackles out there a little bit, and
that's kind of what I meant.
We had Ryan Isaacs out there some, and getting some reps, and he's done a good job. He's a beast. I think he bench pressed about 470 pounds 2 weeks ago, which is pretty good for a guy 1 year out of high school. He's a really, really tough guy, and he's manufacturing some pass rush out there with his physicality. He still needs to work a little bit on making them miss some, as a pass rush technique, but he's been productive for us out there, and I really like what I'm seeing out of Ryan Russell. He's a heck of a defensive end prospect. He's a very big defensive end, very athletic, and he had a great summer and came out of the weight room with some really good numbers. So he's a fine defensive end prospect. So Gerald Gooden looks really good. It's the best Gerald Gooden has looked in 2 years. He made some plays last year, but he was dealing with the sports hernia, so he was he held back some and wasn't as big and strong as he could have been. He's a lot bigger and stronger and a lot more wide open, and it looks like he's going to be a very good defensive end if he continues to improve. So we have Gooden out there, and Ryan Russell and Ryan Isaacs, and I like what I'm seeing out of Eric Mebane. He's made a few plays. He still has to become a more physical player, but he's got some good speed off the edge. So some good signs out there at the end position.
Macy's still limited a little bit with the hamstring.
He's still limited, but he seems to be recovering faster than the original prognosis. He's further along right now than what we thought he would be.
Quarterback snaps.
However Coach Knorr decides he wants to, based on personnel and play calling, and he's got a method to his madness. But they're all getting lots of reps, and they're all doing very well. Ralph Bolden looks really good. He's you got in there having to make some people miss, and had some really sharp cuts in traffic, and he looks very fast and very quick, and that's good because Ralph can make a difference to our football team.
Do you have all the pieces in place on the offensive line that you want at this point? Well, as far as Kenny is out there and everything?
We have lots of bodies, which is good. We have a strong first-team unit, with Mondek. I'm just calling him Hardwick. Mondek.
That'd be nice.
Well, it's almost the same. Nick Mondek, Nick Hardwick. It's close. But with Mondek and Shep, and Peters Dry and Ricky Schmeig and Dennis Kelly, those guys have played and they look good. And Shep has been around for a while, and then Kenny's in there and he looks good. Our young guys, I'm pleased with our young guys. I'm really pleased with Josh Davis, and I think Jack DeBoof is making some progress. I think we have enough good bodies. Justin Kitchens is an outstanding athlete. He still needs to polish it up some, but he shows great promise. So I think we have plenty of numbers and plenty of talent for the 2011 season.
How's Davey transitioning?
Good. He's rusty. Hasn't played football in a long time, and not knowing what to do or how to do it. And everyone else, knows more about it than you do is a challenge for him. But I like his effort, and he's athletic in space. He still needs to learn what to do so he can go a lot faster and a lot harder. He's a long ways away, but he's giving good effort and shows some signs of promise.
Is Robert sore as to be expected?
Robert Marv?
Yeah.
He looked fine. I think he had a very good day of practice. I think from a understanding the offense aspect, I think he's doing very well. Seems much more sure and confident about the play calling and what he's supposed to do on each play. And I didn't notice anything today from a knee injury standpoint that made me feel like he was limited. When practice is over, we ice him down immediately, and we try to limit his reps a little bit so we don't pound on it too much early. But I think Robert Mark's going to be just fine. I like what I'm seeing out of Robert.
I guess two-part question about Beatty. I guess why was he appealing to you to bring onto your team, and how do you foresee his role in your program?
Why was he appealing?
Yeah, to you.
Because he wants to play football. He wants to play football. You know, he's excited about it, and that's what we like. The guys that want to be out there. Football's not for everyone. You know, we have a saying, you know, amongst the football guys that we're all here because we're not all there. And so anybody wants to be part of us, that's exciting to us. And he wants to be with us, so we're glad to have him. I don't know what his role will be until he learns what to do and how to do it. But he's a big body that shows some athleticism, and he's got some potential. Got a long ways to go, but I like having him out there. He'll be a good teammate for us. He fits in.